I think while Humza Yousaf's position in terms of the SNP and independence is probably on fairly random and shaky territory, his position as a statesman and even a world statesman has grown significantly in the last 2 weeks. Partly because he has demonstrated a clarity which has eluded a lot of the other leaders, not only in the UK but around the world. He's made it very clear Hamas is a terrorist organization, Israel has a right to self defense, it has overstepped the mark, the siege of Gaza is wrong. But when you throw into that his own personal experience, that is extraordinary, and that commands an emotional support, which I think is entirely right. Now, he has made a big mistake by saying that the SNP could claim a mandate for a new vote on independence if it were to win a majority of Scottish seats at the next general election. That has been endorsed by the SNP conference. Well, that's already happened before. That happened in 2017 and it didn't work. In fact, as a result of that, the party lost seats and was a victim to tactical voting by both unionist voters and by possibly the pro-independence people who just simply didn't think this was a viable route. And I think it's not going to be helped by the fact that the election will come slightly too soon for Humza to bed himself into his new role. But in the last few days, Humza's position has changed dramatically. His personal standing has improved beyond any expectations, and I think as the shallowness of Westminster politicians is exposed, as the failure of Westminster politicians to deal with the nitty-gritty of reality and instead to hang on to sloganizing, that will be contrasted by Humza Yousaf's ability to demonstrably deal with reality. When his wife's family are stuck in Gaza and he is at the same time saying that we must support Israel's right to self-defense, that is an incredibly strong statement. When his wife's family is stuck in Gaza and he says that Israel has overstepped the mark, that again is a really strong and statesmanlike position. I can't fault Humza except with this idea about a mandate for independence. And you could say, of course, that's because I don't want Scotland to have independence. That's because I don't support the independence movement of the SNP. Well, in a way I don't, but in another way, of course, with Rishi Sunak and Suella Braverman dictating the direction of play, with Keir Starmer being very reluctant to change that route, there is a bit of me which says, well, why would anybody want to stay? And if there is a quick fix and a return to Brexit, if there is a quick fix and a return to Europe, a defying of Brexit, and if Scotland has that in the bag, well, why not take it? The problem is I don't think it's a quick fix, and I don't think that's a return to Europe, and I think it's another leap into the unknown. There's a point at which you just have to make the disasters work.